But here we are as human beings, and you have these, these belief systems. Very specifically, let me be very specific too. It is a uniquely Abrahamic issue because when I talk, I began a dialogue with many people in the let's call it Hindu religion, right? I have to ask them if I don't even know if that's the term. That term makes any sense anymore. But in the Hindu cosmological science, and they'll tell you, oh, you guys believe this thing. Okay, this is what we call that thing. Oh, okay, interesting. This thing you're describing sounds like that. This thing. Suddenly, we're in the same place again. If I speak to a lot of indigenous people or people who follow indigenous religions, specifically people who understand indigenous belief systems to the Native Americans in America. Oh, you guys call that this? We call that this. Interesting. We call that this. But when you get to the Abrahamic world, it becomes, you call that this? Okay, I have to kill you now.
Is this stupidity? I don't know.
Yeah, you go to Nigeria, the church people are burning shrines, the Muslim people are burning churches. It's just this cycle.
I think it's infancy. It's a level of infancy.
Maybe. Because I've never heard of somebody saying, oh, I believe in Amadioha. You believe in Shango. We have to fight. If anything, they'll say, interesting, you call it Amadioha. We call it so-and-so.
But just to give a simple example for somebody that is listening to us.
Yeah.
You see, when you talk of masquerade just now, you see how I quickly made mention of how we work with masquerade, how it worked with us. It was not a conflict. If anything, it was a sort of uniform, a way of saying that it's an agreement.
Yes.
This is in line with what you are saying, that if you were to talk to somebody that is a Native American, that is the same thing that is going to tell you. It's not conflicting. Because they are parallel and they don't meet. They are just like this. All the lines are going to the center, the 360 degree.
Yes.
This one doesn't have to come on top of this to be able to go there.
Yeah.
They are parallel. They are going, this is Christianity, this is Islam. You don't need to force Christianity on top of Islam to know God.
Yes.
I think why it is like that, maybe, is because there are a lot of mafia in the system, no? They just want to take advantage of other people.
Right.
No, it's not because they want to take people to God. Because if you were taking people to God, why would you kill somebody in the name of God? What kind of God are you talking about? I don't understand it.
Right. It's funny too because my father. I was lucky to have the parents that I had and the upbringing that I had because we never had this. There's a very common conflict in a lot of African families where it's like, oh, all that stuff is evil, ancestry curse, all that stuff. But we celebrated our forefathers. We sat around and we told stories of the people that came before us. So if you told me that the word ancestor is evil, I would look at you like, are you okay? Because it's only in Nigeria that somebody will believe their grandfather is evil, is a demon, and they themselves are not a demon, right? And so I didn't really grow up with this extreme cult, but as I'm doing my channel and I'm meeting more people, I'm seeing that conflict is a major thing. And so one of the things I was talking to my dad about, he's like, these church people, every now and then you get this one pastor who loses his mind and starts getting real, a lot of energy. And he goes and cuts down a tree just because the community reveres that tree or says that tree is sacred or it should not be cut down. He goes and cuts down that tree. Now, why don't we stop that person from doing that thing? I mean, they're not strong. It's a bunch of them and a bunch of old women, right? And he told me that in our belief, you don't fight for spirits. You don't fight for spirits. You can invite a spirit to help you in your fight, but you don't fight for spirits. You don't fight for the gods, is what he said. You understand? Because if you have to fight for them, they're not gods. Right? So many of things say it's the truth.
That is a true Africa.
Yes.
A true Africa with a true African spirituality.
Yes.
Please continue, because I love so much what you are saying.
No, it's fascinating stuff, man. Trust me, I wouldn't be talking about it if it wasn't what it was. There's it's really unfortunate because it happened in my family, anyways. There's a python in my community that you're not allowed to kill, right? If you kill this python by any reason, You have to give it the full funeral of a human being. There are many reasons for this. I go into it in a few of my videos, but one of the ones that I'll talk about now is the fact that that python is the owner of the land. That it was here before we got here, and we're going to respect it as a landlord, right? And so I had a cousin, one thing that the church people like to do is that, they go there and once they, I don't know if it's like frustration or what, but once they get their energy up, they decide whatever these people believe is sacred, I'm going to go destroy it. That's what they always want to do. So there will be like periods in time where people are just trying to kill again Java. You understand, right? Okay, I'm going to go kill this python. That's it, just to show you that we have the real God. We were never saying the thing was God. We were saying that we respect this thing as a landlord. You understand? It was here before us. Maybe it guided us here. And so we're going to give it the respect it deserves, right? Now, here's the funny thing. Again, the tradition is you don't kill this thing. But if you kill it, we're not going to fight you, right? So he kills it. The family gets together. He begins having help for kidney problems. Or what looked like kidney problems because, if you give him the medicine for it, it wouldn't work. And we tried many different things. Including him going abroad, right? There's constant health issues that we couldn't heal. Somebody said it was because of that time he was going and doing this Iken Jabba thing that we need to sit down and rectify the situation he caused. But because of, he's a church where he said, no, I'm not doing it. So there was a time that they were setting up to begin the ritual necessary to appease the offense he caused. And he came and kicked over everything they were doing, Unfortunately, this young, bright, vibrant man passed away last year. No explanation, as in we took him many places, right? Many places. With my own money, right? And nothing was happening. My money, my mother's money, just different people in the family, we all pitched in. One of my cousins really went to bat for him. Nothing took, right? Now, maybe one day they'll find what happened. Nigeria, I don't think we do autopsies as often as we should, if ever. It's just once somebody dies, it's, this one did. Yeah, that's what they were thinking. So we couldn't. There was no explanation as to why this thing happened, but many people said it's that Iken Jabba thing, right? Now, why do I say this? There is a chance that somebody killed this snake in the past, saw the result, and said, "Let's not do this again." And now, because we have decided that every single thing ever said by an African is invalid, we are stepping in places that there's a reason we were told not to step there. It's like a child decides that a 4-year-old decides that their parents are demons, right? And so the parent says, don't touch the stove. Child goes out, what do you know? Touches the stove, burns himself. Don't run in traffic. Oh, what do you know? You're a demon. Goes out, he gets hit by a car. We have, I'll be specific about Nigeria, this is what we have been doing for the past 200-ish, 100 years. And look at our condition. Okay, we're modern, right? We're modern. There's no light. Do you know that the British, wrote that Portuguese wrote that they went to Benin City in Nigeria. And as they were walking through the city, they saw something that they didn't have in their own home. Was that every few steps, there was a lamp that was giving everybody light. Probably fire, right? Sure. But that they had street lights in this place. You understand? Right now, to get a Nigerian governor in that same state, in where you're probably was, my own state, any state, to put up street lamps is like a fight. But we think we're wiser.
No, I think it's called celebration of stupidity. Because now, like we were saying before, no, because spirituality is something personal, no.
Yeah.
By the time you want to say, hey, you are using your noise to disturb somebody else.
Yeah.
Something is wrong with you.
Yeah.
Because first of all, the God that you are talking to,
yeah,
why don't you just talk to him without talking to a human being?
Oh.
Okay, now, the people say this python, they don't kill it because they have a reason for respecting it. You say, no, that python is the devil. Your God told you to kill the devil.
Right.
But I don't understand it. This you are right. This Abrahamic religion is a conflict in the world. Is that each of them is trying to be the right one. But I think from an African perspective, we shouldn't really be interested. You are the right, but I'm not interested. Because religion is religion, everything about religion, especially this regimentized religion like Islam, Christianity, and the rest of them, they are very highly militarized. No, we see how the Europeans have used them in many cases. No, but the idea behind it sometimes is very disturbing.